Hi, Connie Fuchsa here with Foote Title Group, where we know buying a new home or refinancing your home can be so overwhelming with so much information. We pull all the pieces together for you so there's no confusion and so you can be comfortable that everything is taken care of. We stay in touch with you every step of the way to make sure you understand everything that's going on as the process is happening, and we protect you and your home after closing. So, I'm sorry to be getting in touch with you a little bit late today, but as some of you may have seen, I was in an all day leadership event called LeaderCast, which is absolutely amazing. The information there is just stunning from all of these different leaders all over the country. It's an event that actually is simulcast throughout the country, and I was able to watch it through a simulcast here in Southern Maryland. And the leaders that were on there were Coach Nick Saban, a Navy SEAL commander, Rourke Denver, Steve Wozniak, Dr. Henry Cloud, Andy Staley, just amazing leaders with incredible content on how to be great leaders and better people. And so we just had an amazing day. So I'm a little sorry about getting back to you so late today, but I did want to touch base with you because we've been working all week on our series during your settlement and talking about documents and things that you may be signing at closing to make it a little clearer so you can understand in advance what some of those things might be that you might see at the settlement table. Remember that we also have a standard generic book of documents that will give you some basic information on what some of the documents may look like that you may be signing at closing. And we happen to have those available for you. All you have to do is reach out to us, email, fill out our form for more information on the website, or you can message me directly and we can get those to you. So that way you have an opportunity to look at some of the basic generic documents before you actually get to closing, which will help you out a lot. So today we're talking about the deed of trust. So we've talked about the closing disclosure, the note, and now we're talking about the deed of trust or the mortgage. So the deed of trust is the document the lender requires that you sign that is actually recorded in the land records with your deed. So why is it recorded? Well, what it does is put your property in trust with a trustee, which is a person that the lender appoints to handle if you go into default and you're not making your mortgage payments, or any other terms of the loan that are required of you aren't done, the lender can actually start a foreclosure proceeding where they can take your home to try to recuperate their loan balance. So the property is placed in trust with a person that is usually an employee of the mortgage company or an attorney that the mortgage company works with, and they're called the trustee. And that property is held in trust for as long as you owe that mortgage to make sure that you repay that mortgage. Now, the deed of trust is probably about 10 to 12 pages long, and it's pretty boilerplate information. Basically, gives the lender the right to do inspections to make sure that the property is still in good condition throughout the term of the loan, to make sure that you're making the payments. It has the requirements on when the timing is for that, how much the loan is, what the payment basically is, what property that loan is secured against, and then the generic terms of the loan that pretty much is contained in most deeds of trust. Then there may be some attachments to that deed of trust that are called riders. It's just an attachment document that makes that deed of trust specific to your property. So if your property is in a neighborhood that has homeowners association dues, you may have a PUD rider, which is a planned unit development rider attached to it, that just makes your deed of trust specific to your property because your property is in what's called a PUD, or planned unit development, and may have homeowners association dues that have to be paid. And so it discusses about your requirement to make sure that's taken care of so the lender's loan is secure and not encumbered with an issue for not paying homeowners association dues. Or if you have an adjustable rate mortgage, there may be an adjustable rate mortgage or an ARM rider attached to your deed of trust that makes your deed of trust very specific to your loan type, which if you have an adjustable rate mortgage, that's a little bit different than a traditional a straight rate mortgage, and so that may be an attached rider. So some riders are just attachments to your deed of trust that makes that deed of trust very specific to your loan or your property. So a deed of trust is recorded in the land records. It's part of the public record. So, as we've talked about before, anybody who does a title search on a property can see the deed, which is the document that conveyed ownership to you or gave you the ownership from the seller and made you the legal owner of that property. And then the deed of trust is traditionally recorded right after that. And it says who owes the money, who they owe it to, how much they owe, and what property it's owed against. And it gives the lender the right to foreclose or legally take that home from you if you stop making your mortgage payments or break any of the other rules that are contained within it, which are pretty standard about taking care of the home because it's the security on the loan. So for that, hopefully that gave you a little bit more insight into one of the documents that you may be signing at closing. And as I said, we have those documents available for you, some generic ones that don't have your information on them, so you could review them in advance if you choose to, and we're happy to get those to you. We like to make sure that the home closing process is as simple as possible. We pull all the pieces together for you. We try to make sure you understand everything that's going on. We keep you in the loop every step of the way, and we protect you and the home to make sure that nobody can take away that home after closing. So for more information, you can always go to our website. It has the blog posts of the things we've been talking about throughout the week there in graphics for you, so you can get some more information. It also has contact information for all of our team members. So if you have questions on properties in Maryland or Virginia, we're happy to help you out. And all of our team members' contact information is there on our website, which is www.foottetitlegroup.com. So get in the know, share with your friends to get in the know with Foote Title Group. Hope you have a great weekend. Happy Mother's Day to all of you ladies out there, and I'll talk to you soon.